So I had someone comment a little while back on what kind of wood we cut and what species and stuff. So I'll go for a quick walk, run back, look at a little bit of wood that's cut on this job. Every job's cut different. Every landowner wants their job cut a little different. I'll show you on this job what we cut, what's staying. So, again, I've never seen the contract or nothing on this job as far as what we'll get cut, but I can tell you just by the bundles. What we got is we got the big maple, sometimes it's 12 inches and up, plus the clump maple, that'll get cut. So everything left standing is your nice singles out in there, see? And they'll cut the bigger maple. See how we got some crotches here, and that one's got a crotch there. And the birch, any birch that's in the way, that goes too. And the ash, and on this job the popple. So what we got is your whitewood, there is your birch. Everything else in there is maple. These obviously are logs, and then you got your little bit of chipwood. So that's how it works. We'll go for a little walk. I'll find a little more wood and see if I can show you what's what in this cut. But you see when we're done, you just look out through there and it's all nice trees that'll grow real good. Oh, there's one garbage maple back there he left. He must have been afraid to cut it because it's got a dead snag in it. But you can see out there are all nice single trees that'll grow up to be nice mature trees. So that's kind of what we did here. And then over here, you see how it's all smaller, so he won't go in there. He'll only get what he has to. He went in there and got a little bit, but he stayed out of that whole middle section. If it's got a bunch of small wood, it's not in the contract. He stays right out of areas. Works really good. Got a little bit of white pine in here. So yeah, let's go look at some white pine. We don't cut a whole lot of white pine or pine at all. See that there? You might be like, why is that pile of bark there? Paul does that. Oh, there's Paul, I found him. When he pulls a bundle around this way, them tops of trees would knock all the bark off that oak. So he'll put that pile of bark there, and then when we're all done, he'll get it out of here and make it disappear. That way it saves that oak tree. It doesn't kill it when he pulls a bundle around it. But these big green ones here, these are white pines in here. Pretty good group of them, pretty decent white pines. So we don't deal with none of that. But you can see all the other wood standings, all nice single wood. We just kind of slipped in here and got some wood out. So yeah, there's a few white pines standing out here, and we don't deal with those unless we absolutely have to, unless they want them gone. But that's what it kind of looks like back here when we're done. There's still a few bundles back here. We'll go for a walk, but try to keep it as clean as we can. And don't leave any wood behind. No wood left behind. So that's what it looks like, a skid trail there. And then the rest of it just looks, you'll sneak in and out of places. So let's go see what's in this bundle back here. I'm not sure. That one there's a cherry tree. Anybody's wondering species. Choke cherry here. Standing. It's got that bark right there. Choke cherry. White oak. There. Nasty stuff. I hate chipping white oak. I like chipping cherry. It smells good. Another little cherry there. Right there, you got another cherry. Another white birch here. Let's see what's in these bundles back here. Walk down this skid trail. Looks really nice back here though. Skidder guys are doing a good job. Looks good and clean. Everything's cleaned up. They took off down that trail and we're skidding. And I'll cut this over here. There's actually some nice maple on this. Cut some grade out of it. Some real nice maple. And there's a bundle of maple there. A little ash stick on top. That one's a little ash stick too, then too. The rest are maple. Yeah. There's actually some really nice logs. Straight. Nice wood back in here. He marked some ash. And you can tell the ash trees. See that? That's an ash tree. Quickest way to tell them is to look up and see how there's no leaves. They're all dead. The ash borer got to them. I'm trying to think if he left any more. He wanted a couple saved for deer blinds, and there's quite a few ash in this pocket that he wanted left. You can look up. See that top there with no leaves, ash tree. So there's a few of them over there he wanted left. This is kind of what it looks like. This is real low ground in here, as you can tell. And if you look all over, it's just black. Usually underwater. We had a dry summer. Able to get in here. Another bundle of maple here. All nice maple trees. Besides this ash and that elm. This ash and that elm. It's another big white oak. Right there, we didn't cut any oak. That tree there is white oak. Kind of see how she leaves out up there. There's your dead ash over there. Kind of the job we're on. A little bit of the species of wood we take. Kind of how it looks. I hope that helps out. A couple guys asking kind of what we did, how we do it. But some nice logs in those trees. Landowner wants them, he can have them. That's how it works. And you can see that's a chainsaw cut. He cut that down before. Firewood. He's a farmer out here. We're set up off in this field. He burns a little bit of firewood. It was 46 degrees this morning, and there was smoke coming out of his chimney. So he was prepared. But yeah, that's how kind of it looks, guys. Back in the woods, a few different trees. Every job you have different trees that grow differently. I don't even see any popple. We drug all the popple out of here. First thing, the mill wanted a bunch, so we had to give them a bunch. And then we got quite a bit of mix left. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. Everything's clean. Looks real nice when we pull out of here. It's a nice maple tree there. See, that was supposed to go, but he's got it marked. I think he wanted some deer stand trees too for deer hunting. So he'll be happy. That's kind of what it looks like. I hope that helps out kind of what we cut, our species of trees. But in this low ground, a lot of maple and ash grow in it. And kind of some high ridges, you got a few oaks on it, but kind of what it looks like. So this is the guy's 2-track here, and we try not to skid down his 2-tracks as much as we can. Might cross them. But you can see right there, he's got a skid trail all along there that goes back into there. That way we don't ruin his 2-track. You drag bundles down here and it'll rip the middle out of this road here. And then you got water sitting in there the rest of its life until somebody fixes it. So we don't skid down as much as possible. And then when we're actually all done, if you drag a bundle over this a couple times, it'll smooth it right out to look like that. And usually works really good for the landowners. But they're using about a 100 foot section right here of his 2-track to skid down. There's kind of no spot to go through there without ruining a bunch of trees that we didn't have to. And then if you look, he's got a hole down in here where he was digging sand. Kind of how we do it. Try to keep everybody happy. everybody at bay. I mean, you got Mills and the boss and the timber buyer and all the guys in the woods got to get together. Plus you got to make landowners happy. And that's half the job in and of itself, is just trying to keep everybody on the same page, working together. If you can get everybody working together, if you can get just the guys that work here, the truck drivers, the shop guys, the woods crew, you know, timber buyer, you know, Mike Cook, if you get us all on the same page, all working together, I'll tell you what, awful nice place to work. And we usually do have that. Every now and then we'll get a sour apple or something. That's just life, but almost all the time everybody works together, and when some days you got to work 14, 16 hours a day, that makes a big difference when you can work together. Everybody gets along. Everybody knows what they're doing, especially on long days. Everybody knows we don't want to be out here, so everybody understands that from the get-go. When you got to work really long days, you don't want to do it. That makes it a lot better. Everyone works together. That's the key. Everybody work together, and it works out way better than if everyone was fighting. You get a lot more done. A lot more done. We taking them?
Yep.
Keep going. So this morning the landowner pulled up and we pulled in. Had a little surprise for us. But don't worry, sweetheart, I didn't eat any. I did smell real good, but I didn't have any of them. This was full. I don't know how many donuts he had in there. 3 dozen maybe. I didn't eat one of them, guys. Stayed right away. They smelled real good. But I didn't eat any. None for this guy.